Honorable Dharma Masters, our brothers and sisters across the globe, it is my pleasure to welcome all of you to participate in today's Shiji's English Volunteer Training. My name is Pei Ching and from Shiji, Singapore. I shall be your MC for today's training. We shall now commence our fourth Shiji's English Volunteer Training in year 2022. May I invite everyone, please rise and put your palms together to pay homage to Buddhas. For those who come from a different religion's background, you may pay respect to your higher order according to your own religion's faith. First bound, second bound, and third bound. Next, we will be singing Shiji's anthem.
For those who are suffering, we love to serve them, no pain. Feeling for those who are suffering, we give medicine and every life. Send to all the world, and searching never cease to reflection is to searching never cease to reflection is to
We shall now reciting Shiji's 10 precepts.
1. No killing. 2. No stealing. 3. No sexual misconduct. 4. No lying. 5. No drinking. 6. No smoking, using narcotics, or chewing betel nuts. 7. No gambling or speculation. 8. Practice filial piety and develop pleasant manners in speech. 9. Abide by traffic laws. 10. No participation in political events or demonstrations.
And followed by Shiji's vow.
Tzuji's mission statement. The Buddhist Tzuji Foundation carries on the Buddha spirit of great unconditional loving kindness and great universal compassion, and adheres to Venerable Master Ying Sun's noble aspiration for Buddha's teachings for sentient beings, to undertake the work of helping the poor and educating the wealthy. Therefore, our ideal is to cultivate loving kindness, compassion, joy, and equanimity as we take action to save those in pain and suffering. We bring joy and relieve suffering, establishing a fresh and pure world of Tzuji. Our method is to nurture a wisdom that perfectly melds principles and practices as we actively invite good people of the world to cultivate this field of blessings together. By diligently planting countless heart lotuses, together we will create a society of love. Our task is to unify the four major missions of charity, medicine, education, and humanistic culture. Our spirit is one of sincerity, integrity, faith, and steadfastness. We deeply believe that all sentient beings are equal and that every person possesses Buddha nature. As long as we can enter through the door of compassion, we can get a glimpse of the majesty and beauty of the Buddha's teachings. As long as we can enter through the door of charity, those who give can attain blessings and be joyful, while those who receive can be saved and find peace. Life is impermanent. Our lives slip away with each passing day. We must take advantage of this precious life to plant good seeds and reap good fruits. Then we can avoid the regret of entering a mountain full of treasures but leaving empty-handed. Tzu Chi commissioners come together with wisdom and support each other with love. With these extraordinary causes and conditions, we join hands and take great strides on the Bodhisattva path. Because Tzu Chi commissioners all accept the Buddha's heart as their own heart, when one eye sees, thousands of eyes can see. Because we accept our teacher's mission as our mission, when one hand moves, 1,000 hands move. When we hear the cries of others in suffering, we immediately go to their aid and relieve them of their difficulties. This is no different from the 1,000 eyes and hands of Guanyin Bodhisattva. The same moon is universally reflected in the water of 1,000 rivers. The water of 1,000 rivers captures a single moon. The Buddha views all sentient beings with compassionate eyes, and the Dharma rain of his teachings fall on all universally, so that all can flourish. How compassionate, how wise. We, who are Tzu Chi commissioners, should practice the Tzu Chi path of goodness with right faith and right mindfulness. Through personal participation, we realize the truth of birth, aging, illness, and death, as well as formation, existence, decay, and disappearance. Through the planning and effort of many, we create Tzu Chi's enduring missions, which will be passed down and praised for generations. We will leave ourselves with beautiful memories, and our descendants will be proud of what we have done. To know what you have done in your previous lives, look at what you receive in this life. To know what will happen to you in a future life, look at what you do in this life. Human existence is difficult to attain, but we have already attained it. On the Bodhisattva path, we must be courageous and diligent so that love can fill our society. Then there will be a virtuous circle of goodness in the world. This is what it means to be a disciple of the Buddha's teachings, who cultivates both blessings and wisdom with right faith and right mindfulness. May these writings be used for all Tzu Chi volunteers to encourage each other.
Hello, thank you and one more again. Welcome to our today's Tzu Chi's volunteer trainings. For our theme for today's training is spreading compassion and wisdom through the missions of medicines and educations. And it is indeed that the greatest suffering in life stands for illnesses, which often cause many families to fall into poverty. Seeing the strong associations between illnesses and poverty, Master Cheng Yuan aspired to establish the Tzu Chi's missions of medicines with the goals to provide a patient-centered medical care with a strong emphasis in respecting life and the dignities of the even poor of the poorest. We are very fortunate today to have Dharma Master De Yuan from Jingsi Abode to share with us on the spirit and origins of the medical missions. May I invite all the brothers and sisters, please rise and put our palms together to welcome Dharma Master De Yuan.
Dear all, a very good afternoon, good evening, and also good morning to every one of you. I see a lot of familiar face, and I was so happy today. And also today, what I'm trying to share with you is on the spirit and origins of the medical mission. So over here, as we can see for today, title we will take on the medicine itself. So we know that in Tzu Chi we have 4 missions. There's charity, medicine, education, and humanistic culture. But today we will focus only on medicine. And as everyone, I'm not too sure whether you know or not about in Taiwan. We total have 7 hospitals, Tzu Chi Hospital, and it was located at eastern part of Taiwan and also western part of Taiwan and also northern part of Taiwan. And maybe I would like to share with you, as we all know that we started from charity, and while carrying out charity work to alleviate poverty, and our Shangren discovered that the vicious cycle of poverty originating from illness and the illness originating from poverty. So Shangren felt that the dignity of life should be equal. So she established the Tzu Chi medical system based on the continuation of Buddhist spirit of compassion. So over here, you can see that during the charity work of visiting the poor, Shangren often saw the misery of the poor. Hence, in 1972, the Tzu Chi Merit Society affiliated medical clinic for the poor was established at Ren Ai Street, Hualien City, which was beginning of Tzu Chi's medical course to help families who were poor, sick, and elderly, as well as orphan. And until December of the year, that is 1986, that Hualien Tzu Chi Hospital opened. The mission of this clinic came to an end. But anyway, it has served for over 14 years and benefited more than 140,000 patients. So as you can see that this one as grains of rice fill out a basket. So a little bit we can form also a river as well. And over here, as you can see that Shangren realized that from over 10 years of experience in relief effort that the cause of poverty is very often has come from the result of illness. So with the medical mission on track, Shangren made a vow to build a hospital in the remote eastern part of Taiwan. So the eastern seaboard of Taiwan lacked medical facilities, and Shangren wanted to build a hospital that would provide much needed service for the local population. So her mission was to provide patient-oriented medicine with respect for life. He wanted to raise the medical standards in the eastern part of Taiwan. So when Shangren announced her grand vision to build a hospital, she met vehement opposition from almost everyone. But only one commissioner, that's Miss Lim, openly seconded master ideals. So as you can see that people with ideas should walk steadfastly and resolutely, not forcefully towards their goal. They will reach it eventually. So think about that. If at that moment, Dharma Master Cheng Yen had taken her disciples' advice and gave out on this vision, then Tzu Chi today might still be a small religious charity group in Hualien. Anyway, was it easy to build a hospital? In order to establish a hospital, it requires a lot of things to be done. So this arising from the spirit of the compassionate Buddhism, planning work for the new hospital began in 1979. And this project overcame many difficulties and obstacles. So a slogan was designed to awaken the compassion of kind-hearted people, calling upon them to join with the tens of thousands of other people to build the world of Tzu Chi together. Eventually, the collected force of love from many paved the way to success. Of course, to establish a hospital, it requires funding, suitable land, construction work, doctor and nurses, and also the facility as well. So from a very small thing like a needle until a big building, all these are required in an hospital. So consider the funding. After the news about the Tzu plan to build a hospital and its fundraising effort was published in media reports and in the Foundation Monthly magazine as well, which was written by a commissioner and distributed through local officials. Many good-hearted people responded. However, at that moment, it was required total about 20 million US dollar at that time. So anyway, it has been, of course, very difficult how to get the money. And also, we have received one Japanese would like to donate 200 million US dollar at that moment. Anyway, our master think about that and why this Japanese would like to offer this donation because this Japanese was a Buddhist and he would like to brought up and he has brought up in Hualien and he wanted to do something for Taiwan and help Tzu to reach its goal. And the commissioner was excited by this large donation. Anyway, Shangren say, obviously, 200 million is very tempting, but we will have to decline. The commissioner were dumbfounded. Why, they asked. And Shangren calmly gave them 3 reasons. First, given by Taiwanese prosperous economy at that moment, the citizens should be able to build a hospital with their own resources. She hoped the Taiwanese people could cultivate this field of blessing and then enjoy the result once it was completed. Second, major investors must expect to have the final say in policy making with respect to business operation and concentrating operational control in the hand of a few people run counter to master origin ideal. So the master felt that to avoid any future conflict between major donors and Tzu in running the hospital, it would be the best to decline such last offer. The last and the most important reason was that the master would like to set out the hospital through the united effort and love of many people and ensure it to be a hospital for everyone. So as you can see over here, so the merit should be able to cultivate by all, and the seeds of blessing are to be planted by all. So just now I repeat again, there is the grain of rice fill out a basket and droplets of water from a river. So this is very important idea that we would like to implant at everyone. And how about suitable land? It's not easy, but finally we get one. And then at that moment, on the 5th of February 1983, we have the first groundbreaking ceremony. Anyway, after the groundbreaking come a shocking news that the military wanted to reclaim the land and contract it as an air base. So, as you can see at that moment, Sangren was very upset. And an interior minister came, that is Mr. Lim Yang Kang, called and comforted Master. And he was saying that, Master, maybe the Bodhisattvas are not pleased with the piece of land, and maybe they are testing your faith. As long as you are persistent and determined, I am sure the Bodhisattva will help you find a better piece of land. So of course, finally we got also the second land that is where our hospital located right now. So on the 24th of April 1984, so we have a second groundbreaking ceremony. And on the 17th August 1986, this Buddhist Shuchi General Hospital was opened in Hualien. And this was the beginning of major milestone for the Shuchi medical mission. So over here, as you can see that these are the the 7 hospital total up in the Taiwan. So in Hualien, Yuli, Guanshan, Daling, Xingdian, and Taichung, and also the Touliu. The DND over there is Daling and Touliu Hospital. Okay. But the most important thing is in the medical mission. So we would like to have a patient-oriented medical care with respect for all life. And our core spirit is internally cultivating sincerity, integrity, faith, and steadfastness. Externally practicing loving kindness, compassion, joy, and equanimity. And our vision is to care for humankind and the earth and to establish an internationally recognized system that provides the most professional and humanistic medical care. And for the method, how we can do is with gratitude, respect, and love. We must work in unity, harmony, mutual care, and concerted effort, and discipline ourselves by following precept and manage others with love. And our goal is to safeguard life, safeguard health, and safeguard love. So as you can see, times was fly very fast. So these are my sharing regarding Chichi medical mission. And may today online course and sharing enrich your bodhisattva path and life journey. 感恩